Alright, roll back, family, roll back, Usar. I hope all is well with everyone, man. Grand Rising. Well, you know, that we're approaching that end, family, right? In context to the Messiah, the one and only true Messiah. I don't care who's trying to don the title Messiah. The real Messiah is a moon ray A. And I'm telling you, if you want to do your brothers and sisters a huge favor, remind them that the only Messiah is a moon ray 8. That's for all you Nuwapians and Sabines. And also to all you Nuwapians and Sabines. Once again, this is the same play that they did with religion. I'm saying this, no, I'm saying this. But I'm saying this, no, but I'm saying this though. But we all saying the same damn thing. Literally, right? But yeah, family, this is it should be part 38. Lord, yeah, part 38. Alright. For my notes from the Messiah, Moon Ray A, the 24 elders, if you know them, then you're supposed to. Right? And of course, the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York L. And free Panabad Yanun. Well, you can't really hold Yanun. So, yeah, so free Dr. Malachi. Right? Free Malachi, man. Okay? Alright, so yes, man, this will be a continuation, right? So her draconian or reptilian, though Sumerian art portrays her as human-like with symbolic snakes. Alright, we're talking about Ninhursag here. Okay? Now their union, okay, produces the firstborn, often identified as Enki, right? Now, ancient tablets also mention two classes of insect or reptilian gods. Moos, evil reptilians, malevolent and associated with war and chaos. Muadu, benevolent reptilians, guardian figures guiding human craft and agriculture. Okay? Now, understand, family, that Enki is aligned with and to the Muadu type, right? So benevolence, right? Benevolent type reptilians, okay? They do exist, right? Teaching humans art and sciences, right? Which craft you choose. You follow that? Hence, Enki's positive role in myths and possible connections to later Hebrew traditions praising wisdom, basically, right? Genealogy of Isis, right? Genesis 6, 1 through 4, speaks of the sons of God mating with women, producing the Nephilim, remember that? Often translated as giants, right? Which we know when they're translated as giants, and not really talking about in stature here, we're talking about in intelligence, alright? So the book of Enoch, Inkimi, Adafa, Akhenaten. Alright, Enoch 1, Enoch 7, 1 through 14 expands this into a cautionary tale. Alright, these offsprings devoured human flesh and taught forbidden arts. These myths, their family, portray a dark side of divine human hybrids, predatory, cannibalistic, and ultimately deemed evil. The Hebrew text condemns their behavior, urging, persuading, compassing separation from such corrupting influences in any tradition. The credibility of a teacher rests on three pillars. Anu, right? Remember, Anu's symbol, right? Back in Kemet were the three pillars. Okay? The author who wrote the source and with what credentials. So pillar 1 is author, family, all right? Authority, right? Another word for truth, right? What transmission lineage, right, guarantees its integrity? Y'all still with us, family? That's right. So pillar 2 is authority, okay? Authenticity. Now, how faithfully does the teaching reflect its origin, right? So pillar 3 is authenticity, okay? When encountering modern authors, for example, Melchizedek or Dr. Malachi York, it's prudent to consult their primary works directly rather than rely solely on secondary summaries, okay? Compare their claims against, established scholarship and the longer historical records, right? Ask pointed questions about their methodology and sources, and if possible, verify by returning to the original teacher or text, right? The concept of the mind's eye, the third eye, right? The first eye, right? The all-seeing eye, Pau, that eyed entity with no identity, for we all are that eyed entity, family. That's why it's literally telling you in the text, all, aka Pau, seeing, right? That's what eyes do, right? And then I, for the mind's eye, right? Emphasizes how perception shapes reality. Two sensory streams inform consciousness, family. Light via the eyes and sound via the ears. These inputs, family, output calibrations the human matrix, okay? Our physical and mental constitution, okay? Heart, family, also functions as a receptive organ akin to antenna. Follicles detect atmospheric ions and electromagnetic fields, right? They channel subtle energies into our nervous system. Now, the health and uphold of this system depends on proper nutrition, environment, and alignment with natural rhythms. You right? So, we're going to win this war because we can dance and they can't, right? Sunlight, unpolluted air, and balanced diet, family, to maintain, optimal antenna function and clarity of mind. Family, they say you shouldn't cover a newborn's head, right? Because understand, at birth, the baby's body is desperate to absorb as much energy, light from the sun as possible, okay? Let the sun pour its energy down. Fear of the sun is a construct of those whose ancestors worshiped a deity who created the heaven and earth, right? And called the light the sun, right? They made Adam and Eve, right? They placed them under the same sun, right? And yet turn around and teach us all to hide from it, right? Tell me something. How could the humans they created not thrive naturally under the light they themselves ordained, It makes no sense, family. These teachings reveal their deficiency, right? Think of your hair as an antenna for light and vibration, family. So if you chemically straighten a permit, right, male or female, you'll not only destroy the hair's protein, but you poison the scalp, okay? This family alters your antenna, disrupting the signals your brain sends and receives. That's right. And contacts do the same, twin. Anyone wearing them has infused foreign DNA into their body and so can no longer take in the sun's rays properly. Now when you're born with kingly hair, that's your natural antenna. Your true identity, right? To tamper with it, fam, is to step outside of nature itself, right? And the same goes for skin as well, right? In parts of Africa, the propaganda of white supremacy has been so strong that governments had to outlaw skin bleaching creams, People literally bleach their own children to fit a foreign ideal. In hating their natural color, they weaken their DNA and pass on mental and physical sickness, right? All of this, family, ties back to vibration. Sound and light is energy, right? So to live well, family, you just know yourself, right? Your hair, all right? Your skin, all right? Your digestion, all right? Understand, family, no two bodies process food the same way, right? So example, if you eat something and it makes you sleepy, then it's right, then you already know it's not giving you energy, right? You don't need someone else to tell you, right? That's right, family. So understand really what we trying to get across here. Who taught you to hate your skin, black man? Who taught you to hate your skin, little black girl? If you're black, you're perfect. Wadu.